The last 12 months has felt like the world's turned upside down. All those famous celebrities and sports stars were forgotten about, and people like us became the new heroes. Because while most people were working from home, it was Usdaw members who were out on the front line, making sure everyone could still get food and other essentials.
Not long after the pandemic began, the government officially designated Usdaw members as key workers. A clear recognition that those working in food retail, manufacturing, distribution, pharmaceuticals and funeral care perform an essential role in our economy and our communities. It's no exaggeration to say that without the hard work of our members, this country would have ground to a halt.
And it was hard work. All the extra rules and regulations meant there was more to do and fewer people around to do it, with some staff having to go home and shield or self-isolate. And none of us knew how bad this thing was going to get. And you're trying to keep yourself safe, keep your family safe. You're sorting out childcare and worried about vulnerable members of your family. And if you're a rep, you're also trying to help your members who are stressed out too.
The reps and officials have been there for our members all through this pandemic. Even before first lockdown, we were working around the clock with employees at local and national level to quickly put procedures in place to help protect members. We saw screens put up around tills in the shops and got more hand washing and sanitising facilities for staff in all workplaces. The union also made sure reps and members were constantly kept informed with email updates and a coronavirus hub on the website.
Usdaw also pushed the government to help protect members financially. We didn't get everything we wanted, but we did get them to change the rules on sick pay and to agree to pay people furlough for the hours they normally worked, not just the hours they were contracted for. And we also stopped them trying to deregulate Sunday trading for the umpteenth time.
We always say we have the best reps, and during the pandemic, they proved it. Not only did they go the extra mile to help members in their workplaces, but we know many of our reps are also volunteering to help the vulnerable in their communities. There's no doubt our reps have played a big part in ensuring the safety and well-being of our members and the public.
The public. Well, what can I say? I mean, most people are great. They do as they're asked, they wear the mask, they keep the distance. But some of them, things were bad enough before, but during the pandemic, the level of abuse and assaults just went through the roof. The Usdaw survey showed that during the pandemic, 9 out of 10 shop workers were verbally abused and 1 out of 10 were physically assaulted. It's shocking and disgusting. I get that people are frightened and frustrated, but working through a pandemic is hard enough without having to deal with that.
Like the rest of the population, many of our members, reps and officials caught the virus. And while for some the effects were fairly mild, others found themselves hospitalised. Some, unfortunately, lost their lives. The pandemic has had an impact on all of us, but some more than others. And the impact hasn't only been on people's health, but on people's livelihoods. This town centre is typical of the way that so many of our town centres are going. It's like a ghost town. Nearly 200,000 low-paid workers in retail and distribution have lost their jobs in the last 12 months, while millions of others have found themselves furloughed on reduced pay and unsure whether or not they'll have a job to go back to when furlough ends. We've already seen some major retailers go out of business, and what was a growing crisis for our high streets is now a full-blown emergency.
Things have been tough for everyone, and they're still tough. But this mug has a saying on it that I think is really appropriate. Adversity does not build character, it reveals it. I love that, because that's us. The members, the reps, and the union have all shown the character, the commitment, the flexibility, and the leadership this country needed.
And at least people no longer take what we do for granted anymore. We've had the Thursday night clap for key workers. We've had people working in supermarkets recognising the Queen's birthday honours. And Usdaw has been pushing employers to reflect the hard work of members with bonus payments or better holiday entitlement.
But let's be honest, Kind words and one-off bonuses are great, but unless we're careful, once this is over, we'll be back to where we were. That's why we're calling for a new deal, and we're calling for it now. Loads more people now know who we are and what we do. Well, how could they not?
Joining me now, Paddy Lillis, who's General...
In the last 12 months, Usdaw's been on the TV and radio over 2,000 times and in the newspapers over 15,000 times. The vast majority of the public are right behind us. They know we deserve better. We deserve a new deal.
But we're under no illusions. We've still got a Tory government, and as always, they're going to be looking after the interests of their friends and donors in big business. If we want things to change, we're going to have to stay strong. Our membership is our strength, and we're all looking forward to being able to rebuild membership levels again in 2021.
This pandemic really tested Usdaw's ability to respond in a crisis. Fortunately, we've put a lot into modernising the union, and we were ready. But, as we've seen in the last 12 months, we can never take anything for granted. Things in our industry can change like that.
That's why going forward, Usdaw will continue to modernise, continue to embrace new technology, and continue to make sure we have the resources and infrastructure in place to meet any challenge. We never want to stop improving our service. We never want to stop fighting for what's right. And we never want to stop being the strong campaigning union our members need.
Welcome to the 2021 Annual Delegate Meeting.